Hey ho, hi, hello, happy day to you. My phone camera situation is it's just become entertaining, but it's still a good time to check in with the body. I know that don't confront you. Just give me my money next Tuesday. Anyway, I'm here to check in with my body as usual. Invite you to join me if you feel like it, to whatever degree feels good in your body. I'm put my contacts in for the first time in some weeks, and so I can't see, but I got other things going for me, like my guitar's in my way. What else? My elbow is healing, so yay! I'll just continue to say. I'm fasting, day 2, so I may be a little scattered, although I did just have a smoothie. My first calories in over a day, because I found myself a little ungrounded this morning. So anyway, I'm gonna take a breath or two to bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet, root myself into the center of the earth. Let's do a couple shoulder shrugs just to practice some tension and release. So tensing up, breathing in, bringing everything up and tensing, and then just letting it go, relaxing. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in, pull up in the pelvic floor, back in the abdomen, curl the fingers and toes, put the shoulders in the ears, tense, 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 hold, and then just blow that off. Let it go, and one more. Whew. There's a nice physical reaction that happens after you tense up, that the muscles relax a little bit better, stretch a little bit more. So there's some logic behind my madness. I'm going to take a slow roll down, just checking in with every bit of the spine, nice and slow, past the waist to the hips, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back. Whew. Just giving the spine and the neck a breath or two to unwind with gravity. I'm going to pull over to the left, using hands on leg for a little bit of torque and support. And I'm going to lift this left arm up to the left, just adding to that twist. Gazing up past those left fingertips. You can actually bend the right knee and touch to shoulder if you want, for a little variability. And I'm going to come back to center. Stretching down the middle again, using hands on legs, just for a little extra pull and lengthening. And then over to the right, using both hands on that right leg and foot. And then lifting that right arm on the right side for an additional twist, gazing up past those fingertips. Enjoying that. Coming back to center. Let's roll up nice and slow again. Checking in with each vertebra along the way. Noticing where there's suppleness, where there's stickiness. Shaking it off a little bit. Let's do another forward fold with a straight back, relatively flat back this time. Still from the core, bending from the hips. Swan diving down, making sure not to lock those knees. Giving that a nice sigh. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, coming into a counter stretch, lifting the chest, pushing the hips forward, lifting the eyes, just giving a nice back bend. out. Just letting the arms swing and hang. I'm going to do a little lunging, stepping back with the left foot into a moderate lunge. I'm going to see if I can adjust this just a little bit more. Moderate lunge, stepping back with the left, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone under, checking that the front knee is not crunching past the front toes, looking for about a 90-degree angle there, pressing into that back heel, feeling nice and long and strong through the core, supported with the spine and the abdomen. Again, really pulling that back hip forward and forward hip back, looking for a perpendicular line here with the hips, parallel lines with the feet. Keeping those shoulders rolled back and down. I'm going to bring these hands forward and gaze on the tip of my fingers with a sharp focus, and then shift my gaze to a soft focus, gazing out long with soft eyes to the imaginary horizon and all the peripheral view, and then back to sharp focus on those fingertips, still making sure to stay relaxed and pull back a little bit in the shoulders, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone, and again soft eyes gazing out toward the horizon, just noticing what I can notice out to the side. And then sharp focus again on those fingertips. I'm going to shift this back heel forward onto the perpendicular line, opening the hips, coming to the side plane now. So there's an opening hip sensation there. Still grounded firmly through the center. I see my smashed camera screen is having some new issues. I'm going to bend onto the diagonal from the hip here. So looking for a relatively straight line out that heel. I'm going to slide that heel out a little bit more to keep that straight line, and looking for a diagonal sensation out the heel, through the core, out the fingertips, using my right arm and leg against each other for torque and support. Oh, I'm not quite going to put weight on this arm yet. So close. I'm tempted, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Bring this arm around the back side to reach for this opposite thigh. Give it a nice twisting lunge here. Twisting side aeroplane pose, I like to call it. And then untwisting that and pushing with the supportive leg back up into a wide straddle. Shake that out a little bit, and then shifting both legs over to the other side, both toes. So I'm actually going to step forward first and then step back with that right foot, just to keep my body aware of what's going on, because he's used to stepping back. I'll pull this back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone under, dropping the shoulders, relaxing through the shoulders, nice and long and strong through the core, checking that those front toes are not crunching, the front knee is not crunching past the toes, pressing into that back heel. Bringing the fingertips in front, rolling those shoulders back and down, and bringing sharp eyes, sharp focus onto the fingertips. Still pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, pressing into that back heel, and then soft eyes gazing out to the horizon, noticing my peripheral view, and then sharp focus again on the fingertips. And then soft eyes again out to the horizon and sides all around. And then sharp eyes again on those fingertips. And I'm going to shift that back heel onto the perpendicular line, opening the hips now to this side. Looking for the side plane, open hip sensation here. See, my camera's having the same fun on this side. I'm going to slide this back heel out a little bit more and bending from the hip, coming to a side aeroplane diagonal pose, looking for a nice straight energetic line out to the heel, through the core, out those fingertips. Don't forget to breathe, and if you feel like it, smile or try scowling. Let me know how that works out for you. I try it myself now and then. Doesn't usually work out so well, but it doesn't keep me from trying. Bring this arm around the back side, reaching for this opposite thigh to give an additional twist. Gazing out past that long leg, just enjoying that diagonal sensation. Enjoying that stretch through this arm that's been healing for, almost a month now. It's doing very well. I'm super happy to say. Coming back around and still not putting weight on those hands, so I'm going to push up with this leg. Coming back into a straddle position. Let's do some hip dips just to stretch those out on the left and the right. Just whatever feels good. Wiggle those around a little bit. Keeping some dynamic motion in the hips. I'm going to walk these feet back under the hips. And maybe adjust this just a tiny bit again. Well, I'm feeling a little scattered and a little distracted by all the things on my to-do list, so I'm going to get to them. Before I do, I'm going to just spend a few breaths bringing my attention into the bottoms of my feet, relaxing the body, circulating some energy with the breath. Sometimes I find it helpful to add this hand motion, so breathing in, expanding, dropping the diaphragm down, expanding the lungs. And exhaling, pushing that air out with the diaphragm. Just shake that out. Give a very slow clap snap. Perhaps I'll be able to bring back my clap snaps in the near future. Feeling like they're wanting to come back. It's a good feeling. I hope you're finding lots of good feelings. Remembering to take care of yourself, because you are worth it. I thank you for stopping by. I wish you a fantastic day. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Abba, seen ya. Ciao.